because again, Charlie Kirk he was an influencer, and people want to compare him to Malcolm X and to Martin Luther King. And I want to share this here because
Well, just one side comment. There are a lot of young, really well grounded young black males who are very upset that Kirk was killed.
I know that. However, he was not no MLK or Malcolm X.
Well, that's aside from the point. When you start talking about that, are you talking on the same level of give me liberty or give me death? I regret that I have with one life to give for my country. You see, there's a whole list, many patriots, many Americans who have paid the ultimate price for supporting the country. And there's a bunch of them. The problem is that the public is only aware of a few of black, Afro, or African American persuasion. Now, that's where the thing comes in. And then, quite frankly, with due respect to Malcolm and Martin, I know some brothers that are just on the same level who did not get assassinated and had somewhat different political or, shall we say, philosophical orientations, and they weren't peaceful people. Well, let's put it this way, they weren't nonviolent people, they were peaceful.
Well, Bernice King, who is the daughter of MLK, she is reacting to these memes that, comparing Charlie Kirk's shooting to MLK and Jesus' deaths. And she's saying, I get tired. So this week, Bernice King, the youngest daughter of Martin Luther King Jr., condemned the killing of conservative influencer Charlie Kirk and expressed exhaustion over the sharing of an image that used her father's image alongside Kirk, Jesus, JFK, and President Abraham.
Where is Jesus?
Over here in the far
How
west.
would that entity look like? See, that's fictitious. We know what the rest of them look like.
Right. So she's, but this is the thing with people just doing too much on social media. And,
No. It's not that they're doing too much. It's just that the press, mainstream media, Hollywood, the advertising industry, the entertainment industry, the news reporting industry, and the political industry, cited by the Democratic Party, has for the last decade and a half been glamorizing hate crime. And you see, I have said it's going to be nasty when we get to the consequences. All of this, whatever people's intent, is eroding free speech, First Amendment stuff, which is why this country does not erupt in a whole lot of petty civil wars or situations of civil unrest, because it has free speech where people can keep their mouth shut or they can speak candidly and very to the point on a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when you cut that down, it's like you tie down the escape valve for the steam on a pressure cooker.
Well, do you think that people are overdoing it after the assassination of Charlie Kirk? Comparing him to these icons. Also, it was Trump and JD Vance lowering the flag's half staff. And over the weekend in London, they had a very large, let me see if I can share this, a very large rally, right? It was thousands of people. And part of it, they were chanting Charlie, his name. The rally was for, I think, the march was framed around free speech and anti-immigration. Over 1 million protesters participated, and that's crazy. That's a lot. And then within this protest and rally, they were at one point chanting Charlie's name as well.
Well, that's not surprising. Look at what they've done in Tel Aviv. Israel was a staunch supporter of Kirk too. See, you have to get this. What's being done with Charlie Kirk relative to his demise is not dissimilar to what happened with who in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota, George Floyd. But the difference was is you had an upstanding young man versus a junkie, and he got assassinated for upsetting some sick people on the far left by trying to deal with normalcy in life and some standards of morality and ethics, and somebody else got killed off for ODing damn near on fentanyl and some other stuff and for passing some counterfeit money. So you got riots and billions of dollars of destroyed real property all across the country. You have all sorts of glorification of George Floyd, deification. Very few black folk outside of Martin Luther King and Booker T. Washington have anything named for or after them, but yet you have all of this George Floyd stuff interjected into the national lexicon. So if you can get a dead black junkie, you have a white guy who was talking righteous stuff from a conservative perspective. So you can expect his people to be very enthused about commemorating him. He was, what's the term? Great white hope.
Mm, good point.
So what was George Floyd? Great
Oh, well, he
embarrassment,
was not the great black hope.
great black embarrassment. It's a shame when our
That's a good
glorified people
saying.
are so, shall we put it, reprehensible in what they stand for.
I mean, what them dogs doing? Why you ain't put? Is that the baby or is that Purity?
That's both.
They're playing with each other. Why you ain't put them? We'll put them on in the out room.
Yeah,
Can we?
but our room,
Okay,
I don't want to scramble.
show everybody your new child.
Come here.
Isn't she adorable? He bought me a new puppy. And her name is
Elise.
Mahogany. Her name is Mahogany.
Oh, somebody bought you a new puppy. Okay, good.
That's the puppy that you bought me that puppy. Yes. So the next time I'm in Memphis, I'm going to pick up my puppy.
This is the other one.
That's Purity.
She's grown up.
But the other one, the new one, is Mahogany, and it's mine. All right. So